Welcome back, everybody, and we are checking out the early Black Friday sales from Harbor Freight now through 11/26. Let's check these deals out and see what we got going on here. First thing we got here is a BAUER 7 amp 4.5 inch slide switch angle grinder. Looks like we've got 10% off on this. It was $29.99 and you're going to be getting it for $26.99. Basically, I would like to see a little bit more. I like seeing 15 to 20% or higher off on this stuff. Next we have the Bunker Hill 50 caliber ammo can. This one was $8.99 and you're going to be getting it for $7.99. Gotta save 11% on that. Next we're going to move over to the Hardy pigskin leather work gloves. This one is a good one, 25% off. Was $5.99. Now you're looking at $4.49. Not bad at all. The next thing we got here is the Merlin 3/8 inch by 50 foot rubber air hose with a 1/4 inch MPT fittings. This one's another good one. They're saving 20%. Was $24.99. Now you're looking at $19.99. Now we're taking a look at the Quinn 3/4 inch extendable ratchet. This one's a good one at 23% off. It was $69.99. Now we're looking at $60.99. So far, everything I've owned from Quinn, I've been very happy with. Nice middle of the road products right there from Harbor Freight. Then we got the Doyle 9.5 inch wire crimping tool. 25% off. Not bad at all. Was $19.99. Now you're getting it for $14.99. Doyle is another one, which is, if you shop at Harbor Freight, is kind of middle of the road. Pretty decent products. I got a couple of pliers from them and really like them. Next we're going to move on to the PITTSBURGH tool set 60 piece. 20% off. Was $24.99 and now we got it for $19.99. Then we're going to move on to the US General peg type socket trays 3 piece. Saved 28%. Was $24.99. Now you're looking at $17.99. Not my favorite setup for storing sockets, but if you like this, that's not a bad deal. PITTSBURGH 1/2 inch drive impact socket set. 15% off. Not too bad at all. Like I said, I like seeing 15 to 20. Was $19.99. Now you're looking at $16.99. Very good set to add to your collection of impact sockets. Next thing we've got here is the HFT 5 foot 6 inch by 7 foot 6 inch all-purpose weather resistant 4mm tarp. Nice savings right there at 26%. Was $2.99. Now you're looking at $2.19. Not a bad deal at all on one of those. Next thing we got here is the Warrior 3-piece step drill set. Got a very good savings going on here of 35%. $13.99. Now it's $8.99. Not bad at all. And then we have the PITTSBURGH FlexHead ASE ratcheting combo wrench set 5-piece. These are very nice with the flexible head on there. Always like a flex head ratcheting wrench. Saving pretty good here at 26%. Looking at $29.99 and now you're paying $21.99. Then we got the same set here with the same deal in metric. Basically, if you work on cars and everything and you only want to buy one set, I would go with the metric set because that's what most of the newer cars are going to be. So I would save some money and just get the metric set. Then we got the PITTSBURGH 15-pound capacity telescoping magnetic pickup tool. Save 20%, $4.99. Now you're paying $3.99. Not a bad deal. I always like buying these because you never know. If you break them, you can take them in, and I think they do exchange these on that with a lifetime warranty, but I don't really break them that much. I have a habit of losing them, and they're a good stocking stuffer. Next up, we got the Warrior titanium hex shank drill bit set 13 piece. It could be a little bit better, only saving 14%. Was $6.99. Now we're looking at $5.99. Then we've got the Yukon clear stacking bins large. That's so clear I can barely even see it. Saved 25%. Was $3.99. Now we're looking at $2.99. Now we got the Voyager 12-inch tool bag with 21 pockets. Saved 37%. That's a good deal right there. Was $7.99. Now you're looking at $4.99. Then it looks like we've got another tarp here, just a different size. Saved 14%. $6.99 down to $5.99. Then you got the full coverage disposable protective suit from Ranger. Another good deal, save 27%. $10.99, sorry, and it's coming in for you now at $7.99. Then we got another Quinn here, and I actually picked this set up during the parking lot sale. It was a little bit better sale during the parking lot sale, but this is the premium screwdriver set, 15 piece, 21% off, still not too bad of a deal. Was $27.99, now you're looking at $21.99. Next up, we got the Warrior 6-inch and 9-inch general purpose bimetal reciprocating saw blade set, 15 piece, 20%, $14.99. You're now paying $11.99. I always like keeping these on hand because I cut a lot of exhaust and stuff off of cars, and these things rip through them pretty good, and I really like them for that. Then we got the Vulcan Defender Professional MIG welding gloves. Always nice to have a good set of welding gloves if you weld. 20% off. We got $23.99, and now you can get it for $18.99. Then we got the Husky 9-foot by 12-foot disposable drop cloth. These are very handy for when you're painting and stuff like that. 50% off. That is a very good deal there. Was $1.99. Now you're paying 99 cents. And then we got one I'm interested in here. If you guys know, I mainly work on cars and stuff, and I think I'm going to pick these up here because this is a good deal. The Icon Professional Impact Socket Adapter Set, 4-piece, saved 39%. Was $32.99. Now you're getting it for $19.99. That is a good deal. Next up, we got the Gordon 18-inch machete with a serrated blade. This one you're looking at 14% off, $6.99. Now you're paying $5.99. My personal experiences, anything with blades from Harbor Freight, I am really not a big fan of. And for this price for a machete, you know that's not going to last long. Then we're going to come over here to the Pittsburgh Micro Spring Clamp Set, 6-piece. You're looking at 99 cents with a savings of 50%. It was $1.99. Then we're going to move over to the BAUER Carbide Router Bit Set, 15-piece. This one, we could do a little bit better than that. It's only 13% off. Looks like $37.99, and you're going to pay $32.99. Now we're coming up to a phone needling pad. Sometimes if you guys are working on cars or if you're doing gardening or something like that, these come in very handy to save your knees, and it's a good deal. Save 28%. You're looking at $6.99, and now you're paying $4.99. Next up here, we got a very nice Warrior rotary tool accessory set. 276 pieces. Very nice. Save 21%. It was $18.99. Now you're looking at $14.99. Now we got the BAUER 5.3 amp half inch by 18 band file belt sander. Saving 18%. Not too bad, I guess, on that one. Was $54.99. Now you're going to pay $44.99. Then we're going to move over to the Merlin air blowgun with extension, 5-piece. This actually looks like a very good set here with nice savings. 22% was $8.99, and now you're looking at $6.99. Then we've got the Yukon 12-inch zipper utility pouch. This is another good savings here at 33% off. Was $2.99. Now you're going to pay $1.99. Alright, we got an Icon alert here, and this is something I would be interested in if I had the money. Icon 2100 lumen LED rechargeable magnetic 77-inch extendable underhood floodlight. That would be very nice to have to work on cars. Basically, you could put it on different spots on your hood to shine it in different spots of the engine bay. Really would like that. That would be a very nice setup there. Saving 22% was $89.99. Now you're paying $69.99. Now we're moving into more car stuff that I would actually like. Well, this ain't exactly car stuff, but anything that you air tires up with, I think this would be a good thing to get. The Merlin dual head air chuck inflator gauge 2-piece set. Save 15. We're right on the edge there at 15%. $12.99, and you're paying $10.99 now. Then we've got the PITTSBURGH 12-inch ratcheting bar clamp spreader. I've actually got a couple of these, and for the price of these, they are not bad at all. This one's only saving 10%. Harbor Freight, we could do a little bit better than that. But it was $4.99. Now you're paying $4.49. And then we have a Franklin 40-inch by 50-inch moving blanket. Now, these moving blankets, you don't have to use them just for moving. I've seen people use these for all kinds of things. Like, I got a concrete floor in the winter. If I'm working on a car, you could throw one of these down, and then that'll help keep the cold off you a little bit. There's multiple uses for these things, and it's got a very good savings right now of 20%. Was $4.99, now you're looking at $3.99. Now, the next thing here, we are in the holiday season, and you might need these. Indoor-outdoor extension cords, orange. These are starting at $14.99. Definitely need those for putting Christmas lights up or anything like that. Moving on, we have the Chicago Electric Premium Welding Gloves. Definitely a must if you're a welder. Save 14%. Another one we could do a little bit better on. $6.99. Now you're paying $5.99. Now we got an 18-inch long neck funnel. These are usually good for doing transmission fluid on transmissions. Sometimes you need a long funnel like this. This is a very good savings right now at 53%. You're looking at $4.29 and you're paying $1.99. That's not a bad deal at all. Next up, we have the PITTSBURGH 3-inch C-clamp. I've got a few C-clamps from Harbor Freight. Really like them. I've never had an issue with them. This is a pretty good deal here at 17%. Was $3.99. Now you're paying $3.29. And like I said, I use these a lot. If you look at the background, I have these hanging up on the pegboard behind me in a couple of different styles, and just about all of them are from Harbor Freight. Now we got a Union Safe Company 0.19 cubic feet electric digital safe. This one's another one, only 10% off, $27.99. Now you're paying $24.99. Now we got a 4-inch C-clamp from PITTSBURGH here. Another one that's not too bad of a deal, just a little bit over that 15% threshold I like. At 16%, you're looking at $4.79. Now you can get it for $3.99. Now we got something that can also have multiple uses. We got the HFT 2-inch by 12-inch red and white reflective stripes 10-pack. Save 25%, not bad at all. $5.99. Now you're paying $4.49. This is another multiple use one. You definitely want to put it up. You could put it on poles to mark off your driveway and a bunch of other things. They could have quite a few uses on it. Now we got another great automotive thing here from PITTSBURGH. We got the trim and molding tool set, 5-piece. Very nice 38% off savings. Looking at $8.99, and now you're paying $5.49. Now the next time I go to Harbor Freight, I'm actually going to pick some of these up because I am out of them. We got the 7-inch carpenter's pencil. Great deal on this one. We got 28% off at only 49 cents. That is a great deal on these pencils. What I'm going to start doing personally in my garage is I'm going to buy one of the miniature U.S. General toolboxes, and I'm going to start keeping these pencils and a couple other things in that toolbox that I need that really don't need to go in the big one, but I can put them in the small one and send them on my bench. Now we got the Ranger foldable earmuffs here. Basically, anytime you're running power tools or anything, you should have hearing protection on to save your hearing. Basically 14% off. Once again, I like to see 15 to 20. Could do a little bit better than that Harbor Freight. Once again, $6.99. Now you're paying $5.99. Now this next thing is going to be another thing that would fit perfect in that mini toolbox. This is the PITTSBURGH 6-inch torpedo level with magnetic strip. That would actually sit in the drawer and not move around when you open the drawer. That would be very nice. 20% off. We got 2.49 cents down to $1.99. Next up here is a great deal on the HERCULES 20 volt 2 amp hour lithium ion compact battery. Saving 33% off. Very nice. $44.99 down to $29.99. That is a good deal. Now this battery is great if you're hooked up into the BAUER lineup and not the HERCULES. This is the 20 volt 3 amp hour high capacity lithium ion battery. 16%. Like I said, I'd like to see a little bit better than that, but still not too bad for this kind of battery. Was $59.99. Now you're getting it for $49.99. And then the last thing we got here is another one. I said it earlier in the video, I'm not a big fan of, but if you are, we got the U.S. General peg type metric socket tray 3-piece, saving 28%. Not bad at all on that. $24.99, and you're paying $17.99. So that's all your early Black Friday sales here. Basically, if you notice this looks like a different sale that they just had, and they just changed the name of it. Come on, I'm a little bit disappointed, Harbor Freight. You could have just came up with a new sale, and instead you just changed the name of it and kept an old sale going. Not too impressed with that, pretty disappointed. But if you see anything in this list that you're anxious to get, leave a comment down below and let me know what you want to snag off this list. So as always, don't forget to check the links out down below. I'll have some affiliate links down there that helps me buy some stuff to keep doing videos on the channel, and I appreciate you guys when you use them. Also, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Leave a comment down below. We are One Nation Under God, and I'll see you all on the next one.